Okay, boys and girls, there is a tool that I bought that I really liked, and so I'm going to show it to you. It is Dustless Technologies Universal Dust Shroud Pro for surface grinding. And I tell you, this thing is kind of a nice unit, nice device. It is a shroud that goes over your grinder, and then you hook it up to your vacuum cleaner, and it does a really good job of vacuuming up all the dust before it blows all over the place. And I think you remember from earlier videos where I was using the grinder and it was just blowing dust everywhere. It was unmanageable. The masks couldn't handle it. So now we have this thing here, and I am very, very happy with it. So there's all the scandalous information about it. You can freeze. Now, what am I seeing here that is making it glare? Okay, so you can kind of freeze frame the print there if you want to read that. All right, so this is what the unit looks like on my faithful Makita 4 to 5 inch grinding wheel, or a right angle grinder. So we have this blade here, $79 for this carbide surfacing blade, and it has this vacuum head on it. So if you have a 2-inch hose vacuum, you need to get this 1.25 inch adapter that slides over this thing, and it sucks all the dust out of here like crazy. There is brush all around it. The brush might be a little bit stiffer than it needs to be. It takes a while to get used to using it with that brush on it, because it lifts as you, if you're going one direction it works well, but when you are changing a direction or going in changing direction, it tends to lift you, and then you have to readjust your grinding wheel flat again, so you can kind of hit the edges of the grinding wheel and dig into your concrete work a little bit. It doesn't go fast into the concrete, so it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, it has all the little holes around it and the brush, so the vacuum cleaner is drawing in through several different points. You see the area, the see-through that allows air in so that it can be vacuumed out. So it connects very simply. All you need is your handy little screwdriver with the bit out of it. That's the little screw tip bit, and you put it into your, let's see if I can get this thing here. So there's this band clamp here, and you loosen or tighten that. Okay, and let me loosen up the wheel here. I have to get the wheel off. You got the cover off to show you. Okay, so hang on a second. Yeah. Let me get the wheel. If you are using a Makita grinder, I highly recommend getting the Makita grinding wheel. You see how it has that extra deep threads in it, and the rigid grinding wheel doesn't really go on that well. It just has a little bit of threads in it, and you see how this shaft here, the mount spindle, has the threads are out here, and the rigid is going to want to screw all the way down to where it stops. So the rigid grinding wheel can actually go beyond this. And the Makita has the larger screw on it, so it's not a problem with the Makita. Okay, so the way this thing attaches is, you see this little ring here, depression. Okay, so if you look at this thing here, it's got the 3 jaws here, spring loaded, so that's kind of nice when you're doing your work. This thing is able to flex around with the form of the surface you're working on. Okay, so anyway, you want to get these here little raised points in there. I don't know what you would call it, but anyway, where you see this raised metal, that's going to go into this slot. Okay, and I have the okay, so you see how it I point the vacuum away from me on that side, and that way I can get to the thing. I can hold that with my hand and steer the grinder at the same time. All right, so you see the little piece in there that is going into the groove, and then you tighten this up, tighten down the band clamp, and you want to get all those things in the groove though, and not in the groove. So let's loosen this up a little bit and get in the groove. Okay, I guess actually I was in the groove. Okay. Okay, so there you go. You see the little tooth or groove. Tooth is in the groove. I'll just call that a tooth. And this one here, you can't really see that one, but if you look inside here, this thing here kind of will shift around on you a little bit too. Okay. So then I'll put the bit back in there. Okay, and there you go. We can use that. You can see it will depress here. You see that? Okay, so there you go. We like this thing a lot, and you can remove this plastic piece here. I'm not sure exactly what they say to do to remove it. I don't really have a reason to remove it. I'm not doing precision work. I'm just surface grinding paint and overfill or just junk off of concrete. So anyway, that is it. My little quick product review of the Dustless Technologies Universal Dustless grinder hood dust shroud. And I think it was 69 bucks at the orange box. Okay, so that is it. And then I will include, I have some video. Okay, this is a serious winner. I have this vacuum shroud for the grinder, and it totally sucks up all the dust before it gets to me, before it gets blown all over the place. So here you can watch me use it for a minute. So anyway, you can see what a great and fast job that thing does, and it cuts down on the dust like there's almost nothing. It was such a mess to do this before without that shield. Now it's no problem at all. I like that, it gets all that dust. Remember what a cloud it used to make? Okay. So back to the door here. I think Mitch's Bondo is hardened up.
I'm doing a little more Bondo.
You gonna do more right now, or
The finished coat.
you gonna do it right now?
Yep.